Just like with any word problem, we need to make sure that we start by putting rubies down because we need to remind ourselves that we need to read twice, underline important words, box our numbers, make an illustration, eliminate choices, and solve and check. So let's go ahead and take a look. 40% of the girls in Mrs. Wood's class have brown eyes. She has 15 girls in her class. How many of the girls have brown eyes? So I'm going to read again. 40% of the girls in Mrs. Wood's class have brown eyes. She has 15 girls in her class. How many of the girls have brown eyes? So in order to do this, I need to solve with proportions. So I'm going to create my proportions of a fraction equal to another fraction. Well, I know that fractions are part over whole, so I'm looking at how many she has in her class total. Well, she has 15 girls total, so that's my whole. We don't know how many girls have brown eyes, but we do know that 40%, that's part of 100%, have brown eyes. So using this relationship, I'm able to figure out what I multiplied 15 by in order to get to 100, and that will help me to find out what x is. In order to do that, I need to divide 100, my second quantity, by 15, my first quantity. 15 goes into 100. Well, I know that it's going to go in, if I count by 15s, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So that lets me know that it goes in 6 times. 6 times 15 is 90. I subtract, and I'm left with 10. And I'm going to bring down the 0, and I get 100 again, which lets me know I'm going to have a repeating number. So I'm going to put a 6 and a 6 here and a repeating mark. Well, now that I know that, I'm multiplying 15 times 6 and 66 hundredths. Well, I'm going to divide 40 by 6 and 66 hundredths to find out what my x is equal to. So 40 divided, always make sure we have our extra 3 zeros, divided by 6 and 66 hundredths. Well, since I can't divide by decimals, I'm going to move my decimal over twice, and now I'm putting 666 into 4,000. Well, I'm going to just estimate and say 666 times, let's see, I'm going to multiply it times 3 and see what I come up with. So 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. That's not nearly close enough. So I'm going to actually do that by 6 now and see what happens. 6, 6, 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So carry the 3. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 3 is 39. 6 times 6 is 33 plus 3 is 39. So that gets me really, really close. So I'm going to put 6 here over the last 0 that I used. That got me into 4,000. And then 6 times 666 is 398. When I subtract, I'm going to be left with just 2. I bring down my 0. And 666 goes into 20 0 times. So my answer is 6. X is equal to 6.